Dumelang, Ditsivinki, Dumelang. Welcome to another fire episode. Let me look at my script first, see what fire am I giving you guys today. Uh, oh, yes, fire. Remember, do not like, do not subscribe, do not share, nobody cares. Today, I just want to talk about what's been happening with Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. A lot of people are like talking about it, like, oh, what happened? Was it like a conspiracy to make us not focus on that woman who's been talking about how Facebook, especially with its Instagram, is really messing the teens up. Like the woman was very, she made us understand it from a point of taking care of Earth, like what we doing with Facebook by giving our kids uh, devices that they can download Instagram, and then they are bombarded with so much perfection that it really affects how they grow. It's something that we cannot just look past. It's very important, but everybody now is making it seem like no, this thing is a conspiracy, and this is why it's very important to divide the companies, to break them up. I think they should. You cannot have a situation where WhatsApp is not working. Like a lot of people in the US might not give a fuck, but it makes sense. They use iMessenger, but around the world, in India, in Africa, like Europe is picking up because they travel a lot more, and they realize that many of their people that they meet in their travels mostly have Android, and then they have WhatsApp. So that's how it's been rising. Talking about the rise, I'm gonna do a show called The Rise and Fall, and I'm gonna look at tech companies from South Africa that have killed it and or had the opportunity. I wanna make it on some documentary in the go-go type of vibe. So I think that's something I'm gonna hit you up with in a few weeks, and it's gonna be on Mix It, like the story behind Mix It and all that stuff. What happened? I digress. So the point that I'm trying to make is very simple, that if you have ownership of WhatsApp with over a billion people, you have Instagram with over, I don't know, 700,000, like you're standing on close to 3 billion of people who use your projects, and they all go down. It's dangerous. So you're struggling to control it. So you might as well give it a go. Mark Zuckerberg, let it go, man. Just give away. I would suggest you give away Instagram, because WhatsApp is got a lot of potential. It's like too much potential. It's a different story, because now it's about stories people put on there. WhatsApp is not the same as stories they put on Instagram, and why. So that's something we should look into as people who are trying to market it to people who are now getting into online, because now people have access to internet, and it's improving in South Africa. So creating content like podcasts, all those things, they're very important for the market. So when it comes to Facebook, I don't think there was a distraction. I think something happened, wrong time, just a coincidence. And yeah, man, like I wish them the best, because I feel like Mark is being suffocated. Like people are starting to have this hatred for him that I cannot even explain. I'm like, yo, he won, became successful. Yeah, but he shouldn't have bought this. He should have. It's like guys are hating him for being the top of the chain when it comes to capitalism, like how capitalism works. In terms of data, you haven't written anything about that, because the whole game has changed. It's moved to online, there are no rules there. You're still trying to implement your rules, and you're winning by banning people, but part of the problem was that you Facebook is influencing people's thoughts depending on what type of media they consume, and how more of that information to give them so they can stay long on the platform. So yeah, uh, yeah, break them up, man. I really don't give a fuck. And then in terms of whistleblowers, I respect what that woman was saying, but I mean, what else should they do? Like, I feel like everybody's not coming up with solutions. They're just bashing Facebook. Yeah, man, that seems to be it for this week. Whistleblowers and outages that Facebook experienced. So it's very important, guys. It's very important that we create our own chat. So Mix It needs to come back. mix it. Like, and when I say mix it, I'm not talking about the company mix it. I'm talking about that level of communication that we created. Young people in South Africa are creating those things. Snap is not what it is because of anything else, but targeting teenagers and understanding how teenagers communicate. The whole disappearing messages thing, they knew what was going on, so they needed to protect those people. So it's very important that we create our own communication tools, platforms, and hardware, or else we're just going to be slave to all these companies that are doing this software that's going on at the moment. So shout out to everyone. Remember, guys, I'm not a podcaster. Like, even today, I'm off it. It shows how genuine I am. Like, it's not like an act. I don't have to do a lot of things. I'm not trying to be cloudy on this one, but the point is, I'm not a podcaster. I'm an independent